We are back and our first job of the week is at a school. I've been here for a while, but the lads are now here. I've been cracking on with the grass and now the boys are here. They can get all of the boundary work done and they've got also all the bits inside the school to do. But we're getting on with it. It's a lovely morning and the grass is taking it well. Now that the grass is done, I can reflect on all of those beautiful stripes and Ash can get on with the line marking. Now that's sorted, there's more tasks in hand, so let's get on with it. Right, I'm all done here. I've got to jump straight to the next part of this school to get that cut because I need to get back to the unit ASAP. It is currently 6:59, so hopefully we can get back to the unit for 8, but we shall see. So whilst Ash is finishing up with the line marking, as I mentioned, they've also got all of the mowing around the school to do. But I'm now at the next site getting all of the grass cut with the tractor at this one, ready for the boys to come over so they've not got to do the field. 1.5 acres all done. I now need to rush back to the unit and get fuel on the way. Let's go. Now back at the unit. George Brown's are around 15 minutes away to drop this cedar off, and as you can see we are well behind because of all the weather. We've still not had all the seed delivered either, so yeah, we got lots to be getting on with, and that is partly the reason why there hasn't been any videos. We may as well go ahead and address the elephant in the room. So basically there hasn't been any videos because we have been absolutely flat out. As you know, we started that new contract, and when we took that site on, the site was a little bit worse for wear than when we previously quoted it. It seemed the old contractor had just given up. We wanted to set a good impression. We had all boots on the ground. The lads have been doing overtime. I've been working 14 to 18 hour days most days, and the first weekend I had off was last weekend. So it's been 6 weeks of solid graft, and I had to ensure that 1, I was getting enough sleep and looking after myself, and 2, have time to do everything and keep on top of the business. So the editing did fall behind. We did actually record quite a lot, so maybe I'll do a standalone video on how we got on top of the contract and what those steps look like, because we do have that footage. So maybe for the future. But anyway, we've got some big changes coming within Cutcrew, some very exciting stuff. I'm at that point where I need to take a leap in order to grow. So yeah, watch this space. A lot's happening this week. But anyway, let's wait for George Brown's to turn up and then we can get out and get seeding. And in perfect timing, George Brown's arrived to drop off the Redexum overseeder, and it's now here on the back of the tractor. I've got a little bit of a drive, so I head straight off to get to the first site. The boys are now at the next site for that school, and they're getting all of the internal areas mowed and trimmed and tidy, ready for the week ahead. Right, we've done a little bit of to and fro in. I've walked the pitches. There was a little bit of standing water, but we've just blown that down now and it's looking really nice and dry. Forecast for the next couple of days is spot on. Lads picked me up, took me back to the unit once I dropped the tractor and the seeder off. I grabbed the van, we've got the seed in the back of the van. We need to get the Redexum overseeder filled up with seed. We're using Barenberg ryegrass, so we'll get this hopper filled up and we'll get going. And whilst I'm filling that hopper, the boys have now finished at that school and they're now over at a parish council. They're starting off with the field. We've not been able to get on this for a long time due to the weather. Right, we managed to get 5 bags in that hopper. That hopper isn't the largest hopper that I've used before. But one thing I would say is it's really easy to set up and it seems to be closing up the disc marks really well. So overall really happy with it. Just read the manual, done the calibration on the seed quantity, and then we've got this side as well to sort out. Both of that has been done and we've calibrated it to where we want it. So now next step is get the GPS fired up and get cracking. I'm probably going to have a break from filming for about an hour, and then once I've done the first pitch we'll do a bit of filming on the second pitch and keep you in the loop, and I'll be able to tell you some of the pros and cons of the Redexum overseed. Right, we've got the first lot in, we've done the first direction. The ground is taking it absolutely beautifully. It's looking really, really good. I'm going to get a second pass in on this pitch, and then we've still got another 2 pitches to get done. But yeah, let's get cracking with it. So I'm now on with my second direction with the seeder, and the boys are still cracking on with the parish council. Get working their way through it. You know the rules, doing all of the strimming, mowing and blowing. Right, we've done our second direction on this pitch. Let's just show you exactly what I mean. So you can see here that we've got nice straight lines. That was our first pass, and then we've also done a second one that's at an angle like that, and that's just to ensure that there's nice even coverage. So now that we've done that, I've got another 2 pitches to do. I'm just going to refill the overseeder quickly and then we'll get back at it. I do enjoy this time of year. It's very full on. Normally it's happening in April, not the beginning or middle of May, but anyway, the boys are now using the hustler to get all of the wide areas done and the right to get all of the smaller bits done, working their way and finally finishing off at the cemetery at this parish council. Okay, so it's about 5:10 and I've just finished the last pitch. So that is 3 pitches overseeded in 2 directions. Happy days. The tractor's going to have to stay here. I've got to jump in the van, go back to the unit, grab some line marking kit, and we've got 2 line marking jobs. One for one of my clients, and the second one I'm going to help another contractor out who's screaming for a football pitch for his son's football team. So it's definitely going to be a late day. Let's get on the road, let's get back to the unit and let's get going with it. Right, we're back in the Ranger. I've been to the unit, I've just been to one of the line marking jobs. Luckily Ash was behind me and he gave me a quick hand. We had to put a volleyball in at the front of a school for a competition they've got, and Ash kindly stopped behind and gave me a hand, and we also just had a bit of a catch up as well. Now I am on the way to go see the contractor. It's 10 to 7 at night and we're going to go get a football in for him. To get over there and hopefully I'll get breakfast, lunch and dinner soon. I'm so rubbish at filming when I just want to get home, but it is now 8:20. I met up with Ben Emery from Emery Grounds Maintenance. Great to see him. Yeah, got a couple of football pictures in for his son's team, and he's just borrowing some equipment for a couple of line marking jobs he's got coming up. So it's good to see him. We're all going through the same issues and trials and tribulations in this industry, and it's just refreshing to have a chat with someone that gets it. So yeah, anyway, see you tomorrow. It's Tuesday morning. It's around 5 in the morning and look at that sunrise. That's what we live for, man. Whew. Bit fresh this morning. We're over at the tractor. Got a bit of an issue today because obviously I've got to transport seed to the next job. But the next job is a fair amount of miles away in the tractor. So what I'm going to have to do is fill the hopper up and then find a way of transporting seed with me. So it's first job of the day. So all good to go. Now what I've done is either really stupid or really smart. Seed on top, couple of straps. That's 1, hope she don't spill, and 2, hope she holds. Anyway, got about a 30-mile journey now in the tractor. Let's get it. Before we go, let's have a little inspection. See those disc lines all closed up, really nice. Looking good. Good sunrise and all, eh? So I start to make my way over to my first job, getting absolutely battered by that air seat. And the lads are now on site nice and early as well. They've got a couple of football pitches to sort here, so they start getting all of the kit off. And they've also got to do all the surrounding areas, which Jack starts on the right. As soon as that's done, Ash is on the hustler getting the pitches mowed, and then we can think about getting them line marked. God, blimey. I'm about 5 miles away from the job. That tractor is so uncomfortable with an implement on the back. You have to literally crawl, so I've done about 18 to 20 mile an hour the whole way here. It's currently 7:20 and I left at about 5:30, 5:45. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop, grab a coffee at this truck stop, and yeah, get over and get cracking with the job. The lads should be out on the ground at the first job of the day by now. What am I on about? The lads are nearly done. It's all line marked. Happy days. Look at it. It's looking sensational. So I'm over at the seeding job. It's just one 11v11. Luckily, the clients have cut it. We've got our seed on the back that has survived the journey. Let's get the hopper filled up and get cracking. So the seeder's all good to go. The GPS is just firing up on the tractor. When I stopped at the truck stop, I checked my emails, and we had an exciting opportunity come through on emails. I've already responded to them and have already replied back. So we got a scope of works and we know what they need quoting. Luckily I brought the laptop with me today. That's mainly because I'm waiting on some paperwork for a house move. Me and my wife are moving house and I wanted to be able to do it in the field. Their scope of works is really professional, really set out, really lined out. I've said to them I'm going to get a quote to them today. I want to look really professional and efficient, so in the field we'll get the hotspot on the phone and we'll get it sent to them. Once this is done, we'll get on with that. Quote done. Happy days. Took a bit longer than I thought. Took me about 20 minutes. Most of our stuff is already set out. We've got fixed prices for most things. So say for example someone wants 10 football pitches seeding, we've already got it all set out. Only thing I need to work out is travel time basically. So yeah, happy days, that's all sent. We better get on with some seeding. I'm making really good progress. I'm already on my second direction and I am nearly done. It's gone in the ground really well and it's closing up absolutely fantastically. The boys are now at our parish council. This is a monthly cut at this one, so it's always going to be messy when we cut it. However, we're just going to work through working methodically. I'm now done on the way to the next job as the boys keep cracking on with the parish, strimming, blowing and mowing their way around it. I tell you what, we need to sort a solution out for this. There's so much running about. I've done bloody 2 counties in this thing today. Back breaking. We're loaded up with seed, ready to go out back to another job now. Yeah, getting very creative with stacking the seed. Obviously the boys are flat out, so I can't utilise them to follow me behind in a vehicle to get it sorted, but it is what it is. Let's get the old girl fired up and get over there. What a lovely day it's turned out to be, and the boys are cracking on with the parish, just working their way through it bit by bit, and it looks like they needed a little snacky snack to fill themselves up.
This is needed.
So whilst they're filling themselves with flaming hot and some water, I'm at the next job. I've never been here before, so I'm just plotting the boundary with the GPS, and then I'm going to stick in some AB lines so the seeder knows where to go. Now that that's done, the first one I'm doing is the irregular direction, so this isn't a straight stripe, and then I'll crack on with the straight stripes after this, just so it's left with nice straight stripes. But it's going in lovely yet again. The boys have now finished their little romantic meal for 2, and they're now cracking back on with the parish. Looks like Ash won the Who strimming battle and he's now mowing some of these areas. Again, this is a monthly cut at this parish. I don't know why they do it. It would cost them less to have fortnightly cuts. But anyway, the boys are now cracking on with it. We're getting all of the areas mowed, strimmed and tidied. And at this point, I am now on my way back to the unit, having done that job. Happy days. Right, that is me back at the unit. I've done about, I don't know, 6 hours of travelling in that tractor today. We need to find a faster solution ASAP to get us back on track for summer. But anyway, I've got a quick meeting on the laptop and then I've got to run this up the petrol station, get that jet washed so George Brown's are ready to collect it. And the lads are still out there on a large residential as we speak. The lads are now at the last job of the day, so they get the kit off of the trailer, and this is always a lovely one on the Hustler. You can really stretch its legs on it and it always looks phenomenal. So whilst Ash is doing the main body acreage of this field, Jack is running around the edges, getting all of the little bits and all the areas that the Hustler can't get to. But it's now starting to look phenomenal, so they can get back to the unit and we can start getting kit prepped ready for tomorrow.
Hello.
Good, good day?
Lovely.
Big time.
Wasn't hard at all.
Behave, mate. I've been in the tractor all day. My back is in bits. That's the boys all gone. I'm just going to catch up on some admin, get some of this video edited, and then I'm going to be on the way home. But yeah, we've worked it out today. We need a solution, either a compact tractor or something. We just need to get about quicker to do renos and grass cutting. Like, yeah, we'll figure it out. I know we will, but yeah. Any suggestions? Whack them in that comment box now. But anyway, see you tomorrow. Wednesday morning, and where has that sunrise gone? A little bit misty today, but still feels fairly warm. We're all loaded up. I'm on my own today and I'm off to one of our new contracts. The boys will be in soon. They're going to a parish council this morning. Anyway, let's get down to the first job. On site, traffic was horrendous coming down here, but still. So we've got the semi-final tonight of the County Cup on this pitch, so we need to get it cut. I don't know if you guys have seen this pitch yet, but this is the new stadium pitch for our new contract, and there's also around 11 acres behind that building which is training grounds. Obviously we've just taken this on, we can't renovate it yet because there's still scheduled games. It does need a good renovation, but yeah, we're booked in for that for the end of this month, so really excited to put our touch on it. It needs a fair bit of work, but we shall get there. The Toro is all greased up. I've checked the cylinders and we are good to cut. Let's get on with it. So I get cracking on getting stripes down on the pitch, and the boys are now over at the parish council. They're starting off at the play park. It's their first job of the day, so they're going to get this down and then they've got to work their way through the parish. Always get the park done first in case the kids come out. But anyway, now that's all done, they can start moving their way through the parish, getting all of those bits sorted. Wow, that went really well. I've done a nice big block pattern. I got kind of carried away with it, but we've just done really thick, wide stripes. I've took the time as well just to assess everything on the pitch, ready for renovation. So putting a good plan together for renovations. I'm really desperate to get on it and start with it. I'm kind of tempted to ask them to pull the rest of the games because these goal mouths are getting a bit but I've just messaged Joe from Love Your Lawn and hopefully we can get him over here on a bit of work to turf them, and that'll just give us time to do all of the other bits on the pitch. But now I've got a line market and we've got the Fleet beam rider with us. Frank Waters from Fleet's kindly let us borrow it so we can test it out. We've got one on order. Before we pay for it, we just want to make sure that it's all 100%, so we'll get that out and I'll show you how that works quickly. It's going to be a bit slow doing it on your own. We've used it previously and normally I have one of us running, one of us at both ends of the pitch, so it's going to be a bit of walking for me, but it's worth it. Just want to keep these lines nice and straight. Anyway, what a beautiful morning, happy days, cracking on with it well. Let's get the line marking done. So this is the beam rider, this is the laser unit, and it basically pings a laser out to a reflector. You can just about see over there. Once that's done, you can line the line marker up, it finds the laser, it locks onto it and it stays straight. So basically what that means is when you walk forward, that arm on the side moves left and right to keep the line straight as per the laser. Happy days, laser straight lines every time. Anyway, the boys are now still cracking on with the parish council, getting all of those bits done, getting on with it really well, and just getting all of the areas tidy. Now that mine's all done, I can now move on. I've got some errands to run today. Oh, what a day. So obviously finished over that contract, just done the stadium pitch. It's all divot repaired, mowed and line marked, and it is looking sensational. Don't know if I've mentioned it, but we're currently trying to move house and the stress I'm getting today is unbelievable. Like the processes behind conveyancers is doing my head in. We should have been ready to exchange like 2 weeks ago and they keep asking for information that they could have asked for a long time ago, and it's just doing my head in. So I'm now flying back to the unit. I've got bits and bobs on this afternoon, but first thing I've got to do is jump on a laptop and try sort out this massive list from them. Hopefully the lads are getting on well at the parish. And they are, by the looks of it, they're cracking on really well and they're getting their way around it. They are actually on the last road of this parish. Right, errand number 2 of the day. Number 1 was dropping off a solicitor letter. I'm not going to film that. But errand number 2 is picking up some parts for the tractor. So, yeah, complete. I'm working tonight. I'm doing a night shift, line marking. You'll see later on, but yeah, now we got errand number 3, which is go to Wicks and grab some metal box section. So now the boys are done at the last parish, they've used their initiative and they're getting on with a cemetery that's due for Friday. They're doing it now to make Friday a little bit easier for themselves, so they're squeezing it into the tail end of this day. So once they've finished with this cemetery, they are done for the day. But they're getting on top of it and it's starting to look really, really nice. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jack, earlier on you were just running errands and now it is 11 o'clock at night. And you are line marking a synthetic football pitch under floodlight. What are you doing? Well, when a customer is desperate and the weather changes for the week, you've got to put action plans in place to pull them out of a hole. Especially when they're a very good client, they look after us very well, and they're one of the reasons for our growth. So yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? Especially as a business owner, you've just got to get on with it. But anyway, let's show you what we're doing. So we're utilising the beam rider system as I did show earlier on in the week, and that is pinging the laser all the way over there. You can just see it reflecting on the reflector. We've done the 11v11, just doing the 5v5s now. We've got 2 7v7s to do and a 9v9. Actually, I'm not going to waste any time getting a tripod out or doing any much more filming. I'm absolutely knackered, just want to get it done. Concentrating like crazy because if one thing goes wrong, it costs about £250,000 to relay this. Yeah, don't fancy my chances on that one, so everything's getting double checked. Just taking my time with it. Yeah, catch you when it's done. It's 20 to 2 AM, so it's 1:40 AM and we are done. I've literally just finished the last pitch now. So we have done 4 5v5s, 2 7v7s, a 9v9 and 11v11. So yeah, not going to do much talking now. I need to message the lads and let them know that the plans have changed for tomorrow, because obviously I need some sleep. So I'll probably get them to tidy the unit up and sort some admin bits, because we're all together tomorrow. So yeah, be funny when I'm editing this to see how tired I look. I'm gonna blast music in my ears, keep drinking lots of fluid, and make sure I get home safe. Let's get it. Yeah, it's Thursday. It is, what time is it? It's about 7:30. I'm on the way to the unit. I managed to text the lads last night and just give them a list of stuff to do whilst they wait with me. Whilst they wait for me this morning. I think they were meant to be meeting at 6:30, so it's only an hour later than scheduled. But yeah, just little bits and bobs that, as everyone else knows, when you're flat out, always get missed. So hopefully all of that has been done. But yeah, let's get to the unit and see the boys. Cool, ain't you been busy, boys, eh?
All tidy.
Lads did a really good job tidying the unit, and all the kit has been looked over, ready for the season. Happy days. This is one of our newer contracts. It's a housing estate and it really needs to be got on top of. But anyway, we're making our way through it today, getting mowed, trimmed and blowed, and obviously a couple of naps. But anyway, now we can tidy up and get to the next one. Right, we are back. I'm not going to lie to you, at the first job, I definitely had a nap whilst the lads done it. But we're now at a residential. The grass hasn't been cut in a long time. It's one of our council clerks. They're selling their house and we're helping them out. But yeah, it's like knee-length grass. We're going to have to go over it a few times. We'll jump around the back and get on with it. So we've got a plan in place to get on top of this long grass. The Kress is doing a pretty good job of it. We've got the wee bang on it as well. But I'm just running over it and trimming it before we do the first cut. And then we're obviously going to have to cut it several times to get it down. So we're just working our way through that with both mowers on the go. And it's starting to get in a pretty good way. Blowing up and tidying as we go. But this is pretty much there now. Happy days. Now that's done, we've got to run to Milton Keynes and get on top of all of our crickets.
What do you want, Jack?
We got 6 pitches to prepare in Milton Keynes, all at various different locations. So we're going to crack on with that And then when we get back to the unit, we've had George Brown's drop off some cylinders for our Toro, so we need to get them sorted as well, ready for the season ahead. Happy days!
What's it doing behind me?
It's not in the
No.
it's not,
I mean,
it's not in the hole.
I know it's not in the hole. Jesus Christ, it's like working with Nelly the elephant. Yeah, fix the
It's
Toro.
Nelly the elephant.
Fix it.
Oh, there you go. Oh no, this one ain't in there.
Oh God, Jack! I want to go home. You know, it's like working with a fucking cabbage.
It's Friday morning. At the unit, just sorting some bits on the tractor. I need to go out in a tractor today, so need sorting now. A few little bits. I need to sort the hydraulic coupler, the GPS and that. But once that's done, we'll be able to go out and cut some grass. Happy days.